My daughter was put on song. That's when I realized that I didn't own their name and likeness. So watch this. All the brands that I've made, I don't get the name and likeness ownership, or at least 50-50 with my kids. So how's it joint custody? My kids are celebrities, and I don't have the say-so. So watch this one. So this white woman and this white family have the control of these highly influential black kids that are half the children of Ye. And that's just in everybody's face. And they was playing in my face like that. You know, I try to go to the champagne and keep it calm. And my dad would call me and say, "Hey, don't go in on that woman because it's going to affect the children." But now it's like it's war. Y'all niggas, they think they too powerful. The Jews think they too powerful. They think they could get Cardi to play with me. They think they too powerful. They think.
Mm.
Who want to go first?
Oh man, I set it off with this one. All I'm gonna say is, Kanye, I love you, bro. You gotta stop messing with the Jewish people, man. I know he's upset. I know, he always want to let it out. He speaks some truth, a lot of facts, but there's certain things you can't keep saying. I think academics might get a lot of backlash as well as the weeks progress based on him doing the interview. But Kanye's Kanye, man. I'm not really surprised when you take the muzzle off this man, he goes in. So when I seen the video, I just was like in awe, like, wow, this dude is going in. But again, I respect him at the same time. I just think he should, watch what he say about certain people.
So I'm not for put my I'm gonna have to start putting disclaimers out here because my mind goes so deep. I like to see both sides. I like to try to understand. So I want to put a disclaimer out here that I'm not condoning anything this man is doing. I actually think it's crazy that he's putting on this outfit, but I kind of understand. He pretty much feel like he's at war. And he basically said, and y'all tell me if y'all agree or disagree. One of the things he said, I'm going to paraphrase in my own words. He said he feels like can we call them out on here? Gray?
Huh? Go say
The
what
Jays,
you want.
just say
Okay.
the Jays.
The Jays. He basically say the Jays are using our pain against us, but when he tried to use their pain against them, they trying to shut him down. And he's saying that's the reason for his war. And what he mean by is funding all of this, the degeneracy in rap music, all the music that's out now, which even with him saying that he needs to take his part in contributing to this degeneracy, but that's what after listening to it, that's what I got from it, is that he feels like they're doing the same thing and he feels like they're getting away with it while he can't. Would y'all agree or disagree with that?
I don't necessarily know what's going on in Kanye's head. I'm not surprised, but this is shocking. But I'm not. Black MAGA basically feels they basically feel like, hey, we can be racist too, right? So I mean, what's wrong with Kanye putting it on, put on a swastika? If that's what the right wing is, and he's trying to do this right wing thing. But what you just said, I understand what Kanye's doing. He just had clean uniform on. So I'm like, okay, like I hear what you're saying, but maybe it's some artistic expression. But I mean, like these people lynched black people, and Kanye is kind of like mocking it to some kind of degree.
I think it's just a shock fact. Like I said, I don't agree with it, but I want to try to understand. And I think it's just like a shock factor. A lot of times he does stuff to say, hey, I'm talking, which I don't think he has to do because his words are crazy enough as is. But that's...
Mia, you're a conservative.
Yeah.
What does it make you feel hearing Vulgar say he understands the Klan stuff. I mean, are you like what do you think?
And let me clear, I didn't say I understand the Klan stuff. I said I understand what he was trying to say as far as
I mean,
he said his reasoning was
lost an earring.
the Jays use our pain, so he feel like he wants to use their pain as a way of war.
Kanye's freaking crazy. He's crazy. He needs to be Baker acted. That man is having a mental health crisis in front of the world. I believe with my heart of hearts that he is bipolar and clearly unmedicated. It's not the first time that he's gone off the deep end. They had to try to rein him in. He did good for a while, and now he's back off the deep end. I truly believe he's in the middle of a mental health crisis. And unfortunately, I mean, when someone's in a mental health crisis, there's not much you can do unless they're threatening themselves to hurt or to hurt somebody else. So unfortunately, we're kind of stuck with crazy Kanye until he decides he wants to be remedicated. I don't know about the Klan stuff. All of that's kind of weird. I can't even make comments to that. I think if it is artistic, it's very distasteful. But then again, Kanye does crazy stuff because he's literally mentally ill and he needs help. I feel bad for his kids because he's always talking about white mother this, white family that. You laid with her, bro. Where's your accountability? Because you laid with her 4 times. Well, at least provided the DNA needed 4 times to have those kids. Plus the second wife is also white. I mean, it's just super erratic, and I hope he gets a Baker Act soon before he does something that he can't come back from.
I think he's already did that.
For Trump, do you agree with Kanye?
No, I think he does a lot of stuff.
Oh, sorry.
Easy.
Oh, I think he does a lot of things for clickbait, man. Honestly, Kanye is calculated, but it's like a crazy wild calculator. You know what I'm saying? He's not on nobody's time but his time. I think I said this before in another episode. He's in his own world, man. He does things on his own accord. He walks to the beat of his own drum. He don't care about laws. He gonna do him as long as it stays in a certain realm. So I mean, he's not getting arrested or nothing, so he's just doing him.
Vogue out there hearing us, do you still feel the same way?
I never said I agreed. You're trying to pin it on me that I agree. Don't do that. What I'm trying to tell you is I'm trying to have a conversation and see some of what he's saying. Like, I'll give one point that he said about the 50-50 with his kids. I could tell one thing that's bothering him and something that we go through as fathers. The court will tell you have 50-50 custody, but when it comes down to it, the mother has the final say. And for somebody like Kanye, that's driving him crazy. So that's what I'm saying. Like, some of the things he's saying, I can hear through that because I have my own experiences as far as that. Right now, if the mother of my child wants to go have something done, which has happened, I found out when my oldest daughter was taking all kind of medications I never knew about. They don't come to me, and if I try to go to the courts, they're going to be like, well, she has the final say. So I can see how he could be acting out. Like, a lot, I feel like Kanye is going through kind of the same thing Dr. Umar is going through right now. They're finding out certain things about being a father, being a non-custodial parent, and being powerless with raising their kids and seeing how they're turning out and they're raging out. So no, I'm not sitting here saying I condone what Kanye is doing, but I hear a cry for help as far as him being a father.
I mean, I feel like you're being very genuine, and you're just like giving him way more credit than he deserves. I mean, nobody forced him to live in Japan and not see his children. I mean, this man has more money than he can probably spend reasonably, and he could live in California or maintain a more permanent residence in California and be closer to his kids. He's the one that took off for like 6 months, didn't speak to any of his kids, didn't see them, didn't anything, missed birthdays, holidays. So, I mean, he may be complaining about his fatherhood, but he has the means, the money, and I guess hopefully motivation to change his situation. And he just took off to Japan and just left those kids with this white family that he talks so much shit about. So,
And see,
I mean,
I didn't
he's
even
kind
know
of like a
nothing
crap person.
I didn't know nothing about Japan. I just know he bought a house next to her.
Yeah, so he did buy a house and like next
Yeah.
to them or in the same neighborhood or whatever, but he's been living in Japan for like 6+ months and he hasn't seen the kids. He hasn't done birthdays, nothing. So he just like took off to Japan. Like
What's the
I guess
reason?
that's where he's like maintaining his residence now.
What's the reason for it though? Do we know? That's what I'm saying. Like, is there a reason? Parenting issues, pressures? Like a lot of men, it's funny. A lot of men will succumb to the pressure of speaking up and just hide in the back. I'm not for that. Like, if he went to Japan for 6 months, as much as crazy as he is, he's been about his kids. Like his kids even prefer being with him because he's a simple person. So for him to run off like that, what's going on? And a lot of stuff that he said, as far as stuff he don't agree with, as far as them being in the entertainment industry and stuff like that, he didn't want them there, and Kim is pushing them there. That's something else that's driving him crazy right now. So I guess my bigger point, I'm more so on the father aspect of it than anything else.
What I would say, and what I feel like, Vogel, what you're trying to explain is that, like, and I feel like this is a part of the red pill thing, is that basically, like, with men, that stuff, they feel, because I saw a video, the guy said that no one cares about what men are going through, right? That there are other groups that they'll, like, the government will give assistance to and will help, and they show empathy for the woman. So, like, yes, Kanye is going through a lot, and a lot of people are not going to have empathy because he's a celebrity. Also, like, yes, us as men will probably, like, attack more in the court system, but no one's going to have sympathy if someone's acting erratically. If you're calm and, like, explaining the situation and trying to use logic, then people probably will, like, your point of view. Because everyone knows that, you know, that guys get the short end of the stick. So, you know, it's unfortunate, but that's just how it happens.
Yeah. And like I said, my goal is just because everybody is just quick to be like earlier, you know, when our people were just like, the outfit speaks for itself. And I'm like, if we're going to sit here and be the people that talk about stuff that happens in the public, like, I just don't want to just condemn the dude. Like, let's discuss it, see what can be taken from it. As far as that, that's what I'm saying. Like, just don't say, oh, you agree. No, that's not. I definitely don't agree with how he's acting. I wouldn't even do that myself.
I wasn't trying to put you on the spot, but I mean, like, you're the only person that said, hey, yeah. So, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, regardless, obviously something is happening to Kanye in his life, whether it's physical, mental. Obviously, there's something going on that is creating his reality as it is right now. There's probably many things that are creating his current reality. And I feel like multiple things could be true at once. He could be going through a mental health crisis at the same time as all of these external factors are going on in his life.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Look at Lamar Odom. That is a thing to talk about. All the men that tend to mess with the Kardashians come out crazy, but I feel like Kanye was like that before. And I feel like his craziness is what even attracted him. Yeah.
He said it all nonchalant. Yeah, all the men that mess with them, they just come out crazy.
I mean, you're not wrong, though. They all come out.
Yeah, Ray J crazy as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a couple women like that. Erykah Badu seemed to have that mojo too, whatever, like Andre 3000. Like, just he wasn't crazy, but he just was a whole different person after Erykah Badu.
Yeah, she's actually performing this weekend.
But let's see, I got another one. This I don't like.
I
you
don't like. Excuse me.
85, you like this one.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never killed nobody ass nigga. Fuck all you niggas. All you street niggas, all you rap niggas, just any nigga that ever said something about my fucking hat. None of these niggas, Jay-Z, Beyonce, you ain't helped me when I fucking was having problems with my kids. You could have used your influence. No, your influence is for politics. Your influence is how you could use a nigga you never wanted to sign anyway that Dame signed. You ain't show up to my first fucking wedding. You ain't my family. I always wanted some kind of family. Never had family out here. So what the fuck? And then they take my actual blood family from me in my face. All right, so go ahead. I just had to get that stream of content. Thank you very much, sir.
Of course, of course. I mean, I'm intrigued by, and I think people look at some of the stuff you say on face value. I see how, you know, there's three themes that come across with everything with you.
Yeah.
It's betrayal, it's being used, and your ideas, whether it's what you say or what you create.
Ooh. Did you catch that?
His actual family.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying, he literally said they took my blood family away from me in front of my face. What do you think that means?
The conspiracies.
I mean, yo, at the end of the day, you can't just make that up, bro. Like, what would possess someone to say something like that? What does that mean?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? What does that mean?
You think he really meant that, or he know that the conspiracy theories are out there and it's just another?
For him to say it like that, it
Right.
brought, I didn't even hear that. That brought chills to me just now. I was like, what? That was deep, because that's what they always been saying. Oh, Kanye mom was a sacrifice and all that.
Yeah.
And that just sounds weird, bro. Sounds weird.
Mia, you're a conspiracy theorist. What you think?
I mean, there's so much information out there concerning Jay-Z, Beyonce, his alleged deceased affair partner. I mean, witchcraft. There's so much stuff out there concerning these individuals that, for my own personal safety, this is all alleged. I'm not trying to end up unalived somewhere. I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Right.
So it came from somewhere. So where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah. And you can listen to the way he's breathing after he said it. You hear, you hear that.
Just the hood he had on.
Nah, bro. He like his anxiety flaring up. You could feel it. You could feel it, bro.
Like it was hot. It was hot.
Yeah, man.
It's black too. Yeah, it had to be hot in there.
That was weird, bro. I didn't even hear that part of the interview till just now. So I'm literally shocked right now.
Easy. Are you a conspiracy theorist?
I believe in some of this stuff, but I mean, some of it's kind of skeptical for real. So
what about
keeping it G? Nah, I don't like the way he dissing my man Jay-Z, but I mean, some of that stuff, I guess it got to be kind of true, man. Because I mean, like, who knows why he went to Japan? You know what I'm saying? Maybe he was separated from his family because he had no choice. So the only person that knows is him and God for real. So
I feel like Kanye is just like a sensitive guy. He's a passionate guy, but he's like just very sensitive and goes on like rants. So, I mean, I don't know if he's doing this for views, if this is calculated. I don't know. I definitely don't. The mother dying stuff that may have like made him go off a deep end, but he needs help. He does too much crazy stuff. He go ruin his kids' career, lives, and he's saying that his kids is who he's worried about. And his kids one day will go on the internet and be able to look up him walking around with girls with no clothes. So, yeah.
Yeah, that whole situation was wild.
Kanye.
But I don't know. I think a lot of it, he has to grow up. And like I said, a lot of things I process through my own experiences, like the part what he said about the kids. I processed that through my own experience because I felt that same thing when I'm like, I really don't have 50-50 custody. I'll never forget that court date. And I finally read all the papers and I'm like, I really don't have 50-50 custody. And then, but for now, I will say he do have some growing up to do. Because I was a person, I used to drink a lot. And I spazzed out a lot when I was younger. From drinking, I would blame everybody. There were certain people who still to this day won't come around me because I made a lot of bad decisions from drinking, and I had a lot of demons. I had a lot of, like I said, when I say what made me become a conservative, when I was in that liberal mindset, maybe there's some liberals who are more responsible, but it didn't help me because a liberal mindset allows you to make excuses. And I would be angry in those excuses, and then you add substances on top of it. And I sounded a lot like him. But I had to learn how to become more stoic, how to control my emotions, how to not blame everybody. Now I blame myself. I blame myself before I blame anybody. I could have a falling out with somebody, like, you know what, I probably shouldn't have did that anyway. That's the stuff I say now, instead of being like, man, they were this or they were that. Kanye still has an issue with that. He's going to have to start saying, what did I do? Like, that's what it sounds like. It's like a lot of excuses on that last part. And he's really going to have to start to have accountability. That's the only way he's going to have freedom. If he keep blaming everybody around him, he's going to keep having these rants.
Facts.
For sure. You want to do final thoughts?
Yep.
Mia, you want to go first?
I guess my final thoughts would be, don't run from the police if you haven't committed a crime, because you may end up hopping over a fence and slicing through your femoral artery on your leg. So kids, don't run from the cops. It's not worth it. And Kanye is crazy and needs some mental health help, and hopefully he receives the help that he needs. And if anybody needs any mental health help, there's tons of resources online, as well as multiple hotlines that you may call to reach out. You never have to battle these things alone, especially in America. There are tons of free resources that can help you.
For sure. Slim, what's your final thoughts?
Oh man, this is always a good time on the Man Cave. I want to say, everybody out there, do what you got to do to stay prosperous. Make sure you look into investments. Do things that's going to basically feed your family in the future, not just for today. And I would say Single She Wants More by 85 Slim is out on all platforms. Please check it out. Getting a lot of love on it. With that being said, Man Cave, baby.
For sure. The first thing I'm gonna say is we're gonna have a recession. Trump is gonna cause it. You heard it here first. The next thing with rappers, I mean, like, as you can see, like, people now doing other things, podcasting, so you can do something positive. You don't have to do something negative. And also I'll piggyback on the mental health thing. If you need help, go get mental help from a professional. And also, like, even if everything's against you, or you feel like, you know, the world is trying to get it against you, just step back, take a deep breath, reflect, and think of a solution. That's my final thoughts.
All right. I guess, like Gray said, we're going into a recession, and that doesn't have to be a bad thing. Just imagine if you got an old beater and you keep riding around in it, and eventually it break down, and now you got to get a new one. You probably wouldn't have got a new one and did better if that didn't break down first. So it's just all how you look at it. And we're not there yet. There's still time to prepare. If y'all going out and getting lobster and whatever those rolls are they have at Red Lobster, stop going out, stop spending all your money, stay home, cook, get some cooking lessons if you don't know how to cook, but do what you can, hunker down. This is the best time to hunker down. Even if it's $5 a day, invest, go find some crypto or something. Yeah, and as far as the rap game, drug game, man, y'all can't do that your whole life. At 30, 35, a light's supposed to come on. You got to switch up. You got to figure it out, become legal, settle down, start a family, something. Unless y'all just want a short, good life instead of a long one. But, and as far as mental illness, yes, get help if you need it. But for a lot of men, just making better decisions, making the right decisions, cures a lot. That is the bulk of why a lot of men have issues, is because they don't have self-accountability and they make bad decisions and then they have excuses when they're going through things. All right, y'all, Man Cave.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we'll play the outro.
Introducing a new party. We live stream Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.